All right, we are half done with our chapter 6. And now we're applying our skills. Okay, we'll start with 5-1, perform bank transactions. Before you begin, access your trial subscriptions to QuickBooks. So we're on Puppy Love, okay? Puppy Love, look at this. This is not Puppy Love. Sign out, sign in, do your thing. And we are in our subscription, okay? Please make sure you don't skip that step. I had somebody posting all their transactions in the landscaping and then it was gone and they had to repeat their work. So very crucial. All right, so choose plus other transfer and record this transfer. Okay, transfer is internally between accounts. We're transferring it from Los Angeles City Bank checking to savings, LACB, all right. And they want us to transfer $10,000. No problem. And the date is 8/7/2026. Perfect. And we're going to say save and close. We're not having another transfer, but rather a bank transaction, a bank deposit. Okay, so plus bank deposit. Okay, what are we going to do? Record this deposit, Los Angeles City Bank. Alrighty, $5,000. Okay. That's not correct. All right, short-term business loan. On 8/7. Okay, so we could say receive from, but we don't really know. So it's probably going to be the Citibank, but we keep it short and sweet, and this is all you need to do. Save and close. Okay, don't forget your little pictures, and we go forward with the next one. Upload a CSV credit card transaction. So this is so close to bank feeds. With the bank feeds, you're gonna skip that step, but you will have the same outcome. It automatically feeds in. It's really, really nice. All right, so what we're gonna do, we import some transactions. Go to the navigation bar and choose banking. Okay, banking is here. And then it says upload transactions. So you can do it here. And do this. Just let me show you another way. You can also import data. It's the same thing here. Okay, but then you have to choose what you're actually going to do. You remember we did the chart of account stuff, which is doing the same thing with the bank data right now. Okay, so let's do it like the book says it, upload actions, and I want us to drag and drop or choose. So let's just choose. We're in chapter 5, and there are two CSV files. One is the Citibank, one is the credit card, and they want us to do the credit card. Upload transaction link. You will get this window only the first time you upload. Okay, credit card. This is the credit card. Okay, continue. QuickBooks account. They say it's the credit card. City Credit Union. Yep. Okay, continue. And then they say, is that the first row? Does it have a header? If That book wouldn't say it. How would you figure that out? Well, you go here and you see all my mess. Go here, student files, and then you go to the CSV file, and it should open some sort of Excel file because I'm working with a Mac and I didn't default it automatically to Excel. It will open up in numbers, but it's the same principle. You see this header here? This is how you know if you have a header or not. Sometimes you get CSV files without a header and you just have to create it. So anyway, this is why this is asking. So they can consider the first row as the columns. Okay, how many columns show amounts? There's just one. Why do they want to know that? Some banks have 2 columns or sometimes 3. One is for debits, one is for credits, and one is keeping the balance. So that's why they're asking here. Okay, what's the date format used in your file? So obviously they're giving it here. If you don't know, go into file and look for it. It's date, month, year with a thing here, dash. It's not a dash, it's a slash. Oh. Whatever. So this is the right one. We want this. Okay, so the first column is transaction date. Yep, that's correct. The second column is description. That's also correct. And then the third column is amount. How do they know that? Well, they know that because the date has a different format. We already identified that, and that's why they know. Description, it's all just letters and stuff. And then the amount, of course, the amount only has numbers. So this is how they figure it out. But this does not mean it's always correct. So you really have to pay attention. Let's continue. Should have 4. You also could go into your Excel sheet or number sheet, whatever it is, CSV, and do this. And back in the days, you really had to distinguish between Excel and CSV. It was just different. It used to be more of a text file, kind of, instead of an Excel file. Now it automatically goes to Excel. So there's a step that you had to do back in the days. That's why it's still distinguished and not just, oh, it's an Excel. No, it has to be a CSV format. So anyway, just a little history lesson here. $3.99. Okay, these are all good. What does that say? It didn't do the date. Why didn't do it the date? Okay, so here's what I did wrong. I clicked the wrong thing, and then it says you're wrong, and I cannot import that. So this is a really nice safety feature. Talking and clicking at the same time sometimes messes me up. Here we go. All good. So we want them all to go in. If you see something funky, like there's a year of 27 instead of 26, that's when we would say, oh, I don't think that belongs in there. But here's all good, and we just continue on. Import completed. Wonderful. All right. Yeah, we don't want this. All right. Then add Semigas as a vendor. Semigas. Okay. Semigas, company name. Okay. And then they also want this to be automobile expense. So this is automobile expense. It is an expense. Here it is. Okay, this is where I always mess up. Auto, sorry, was right there. And then, so I got points deducted because, here it says automobile expense. And then when you go through the transaction list or later in the book even, it will only say automobile. Just keep it automobile expense, it will be okay. And if your system says something funky in your feedback file, you now have 3 attempts to correct it. You can actually see what you did wrong and correct it. That's a good thing. Or you just tell Dr. Lambert, hey, I really, really did that. And the book just says this, my outcome is this, and there's a discrepancy, and it will be okay. And I think I send an email. Sometimes I'm a little weird and just say, hey, this book is wrong. And I think I sent a feedback to these people who developed the book, and they said they're gonna do something, but I'm not sure if they really take that this serious. I think they have different problems on different levels. Okay, so save and close. Got this done. Add Sammy Gas as a vendor, change the account for Sammy Gas to automobile expense, which we did, and then add the transaction. All right. Wonderful. Okay, match 3 transactions. Okay, we're going to match all of them with a batch action, and we're done with this account. Wonderful. This is how we want it. And then the ending balance should be $499.45. Perfect. Okay, so next, reconcile the credit card statement. No problem. We've learned that. We have to just reconcile it, right? We go to bank register. Credit union. Okay. Still looking for that shortcut that goes directly to the reconciliation. Okay, so $499, we're going to reconcile that. Get started. Okay, so Sadie has given you a recent credit card statement from the City Credit Union. In this exercise, you will use the statement. Okay, this is the statement. So nice of her that she did that. So the balance is 110.35. The ending date is August 15, 2026. Oh no, that's the due date. My apologies. 7/30/26. Okay, so the balance is 110. Here it says new balance, and the statement date is 7/30/26. Okay, let's start reconciling. And you see how it says, that's not working. That's not working. We need to do something about this. Okay, so basically just look after these 3 figures, 18, 45, 7, and here we have a beautiful 0. Finish now, and we're good to go. Nice. All righty. Enter the statement. Oh yeah, so we did all this. Perfect. All right, next. Create a deposit. Deposit $50 to the Los Angeles City Bank. Okay, and that was 7/29/26. And we actually received that from the city. Okay, and then it was business license. Okay, deposit $50 received from Citibank. And it's a bad. Okay, save and close. Done with this. Upload the Los Angeles City Bank transaction and this access your uploads. Okay, no worries, we know that. Let's just do it here. Import data. We're working with the bank. Select file. And now we're not doing the credit card. We already did the credit card. We're doing the bank right now. Okay, the Citibank. Okay, open up. Continue. It is the Los Angeles City Bank. Yes, we have a first roll. How do we know that? Well, my little doodad here actually gives me a little overview of what's going on. So I can make it bigger, I guess. Let's see. Not really. Oh, a little bit. Okay, so you can see here, it's the first roll, and then here you can see the date already. It's the same as it was before. So we're just using the same stuff. All right, the first one is date. Second description. And it says actually column 5 and 4. So it identified that there are more columns available, but we're also only using the 3. So it does not give us all of this. So we're only using this. Continue. And they all look good. Nothing wrong with it. Yes. All right. Done. Nice. So, oh gosh. All right. We're here. Apply your skills. In this exercise, you will match all green match transactions, add transactions, and set up a bank rule. The bank feeds indicate that 9 matching transactions are already in QuickBooks Online. Match all of them. Okay, so what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 9. Accept. You have 1 left. Set up a money out bank rule for semi-gas automobile expense. Okay, so click here, create a rule. Semi-gas money out. And then it's money out, it's the bank, description, semi, okay. And then transaction type is expense. And actually they want to say gas, let's see, expense. And then it is automobile expense. Here. Okay, so okay, replace bank memo. They don't say anything about this one, so we just keep it as we've learned it so far. And we're going to do save. So, and it does not automatically see it. So there's something wrong with the rule. So you see how this description only says semi and we did semi-gas. Well, let's see that we did not save that rule. Okay, so that's wrong. Oh, here, look at this. Here it is. Edit the rule. Let's do semi, save, go to banking, and it actually accepted the rule. Okay, and we're just gonna edit. Perfect. Okay, bank account reconciliation and financial reports. In this exercise, you will reconcile the July 31st bank account. Okay. And we actually have a statement that we can use to reconcile it. Let's see. There's my stuff. Here it is. Okay, so that says 55, and the ending date is July 31st, 2026. Ah, this is perfect. You see this? The system already identified what's going on and checked all the stuff that was necessary. So we have a beautiful zero here. But if you're not very competent with the system yet, I suggest to just go through it right quick. 16, 450, 25, 8, 15, 20, 37 is here, 125 is here, and then the 3,300 are not here yet, because that is a check, but the check did not deposit yet. So it deposited in the bank account. This is what we see, but we didn't put it in the system. Okay, so, and then we have, no, wait a second, that was incorrect. So we wrote the check. This is how it went down. We wrote a check. That's why our system knows, oh, wait a second, there's a check that is supposed to be on this bank account statement, but it's not, because the check has not been cleared yet. So we need to wait for beginning of August for that check to hit. That's why there's a discrepancy, and that's why we have to do those bank reconciliations. This is something we Germans don't do. We don't use a lot of checks anymore. It's usually insurance companies who only use checks. So this process has been new to me in regards of checks. Okay, so we're not checking this. There's a beautiful zero. These two we found too. So we're just saying finish now and be good with this. Alrighty, wonderful. That was quick. A lot of writing for a quick answer. Okay, let's check our figures and then we're done. Okay, let's look at the account balances. I love to go to the chart of accounts, and here it's 46,955.73. Okay, this is correct. And then they say credit card union is here, 499.45, and then savings is 10K. And then they want us to do the total assets. Okay, we need a report for that. For the total assets, we need the balance sheet. So the balance sheet is here, 7/31st, 2026. Run the report. And we're not in the landscaping where there have been previous transactions. We are actually in the Puppy Love, which was a new company. We just started that in 2026. So if you want to keep that, and if it doesn't limit you to anything, you just let it go with that date. That's fine. Okay. So let's see, our total assets here, total assets is 71,096.23, perfect. And then net loss on profit, so we also need a profit statement, profit and loss statement, which is 7/31st, 2026. Report is -463252. Awesome. So you're just going to do your screenshots. Don't forget it. And I will see you in chapter 6 when it gets to the crazy stuff. Okay. Well, we really have to make sure that our numbers from now on are correct. If your numbers are incorrect, you will not survive the following chapters. Okay. All right. So make sure this all works out. And before you start chapter 6, make sure this is all good. All righty. and I'll see you with the next video.